Hello, hello. It's Sammy, and I'm coming to you from the future. So I filmed an intro, but the audio got all messed up, and I was just like, okay, I'll re-record it later. So here we are. It has been a long day. We're back apartment hunting, so stick along for the ride, and let's jump into that. Thoughts on the first complex?
First unit was the one we originally wanted to see anyway.
Yeah, it's the same complex we went to last time, different apartment.
The unit is 735 square feet and she's 6.
It is beautiful. We saw a 2-bedroom one, which she doesn't need, but you need it. It's like, it was so nice.
It was gorgeous. I loved it. And that bitch she had it furnished so we could get an idea of where furniture could go.
All the furniture. And they had a betta fish on the wall, which just inspired me to print out a picture of my betta fish and put it on her wall right there when she moves it.
Yeah, that too. And our next tour is like down the road.
Yeah,
we have to, we're viewing, I want to view 2, and I already know I'm not going to like it because of what we just looked up. I'm going to love it more than any of them combined because it's how the rich live. So,
gotta go see how royalty lives.
We booked that one for funsies. Everything there is new. All the appliances are new. A washer, full-size washer and dryer. I think they're like LG.
It says brand new.
And they got a fucking movie theater on their complex. Watch out.
I know. I'm finna go get me some popcorn.
And sorry, I can do them.
Do they have a pool? I need to know so I could go steal her pool. But yeah, we're gonna go check out our next ones and we'll be back at the next accomplice. A complex. So we came to eat. The second complex we saw was low-key really disappointing. Like, it's not management's fault that they were all over the place. I get it. They were short-staffed. Like, I will always understand it wasn't the people's fault. It was more the fact that it was just not a nice complex. I'm sure they would have cleaned it, but the smell was bad. The space was nothing compared to the first one we saw, especially not with the price.
First complex. Mira, you got me. The first complex was twice. The second one, we still have 10 more left, so I'm having hope. Good. The second one, I don't know. Shutting it down. It's not even option B or C or anything on the alphabet. It's done.
So we finished lunch. You're gonna get me copyrighted. This is the third complex we're at. I talked a little bit about the second complex when we were at lunch, but it was just not it. So high hopes for this one.
Well, my sister lives here, so I'm not looking forward to it, but
oh no,
I'll figure it out.
You do not want to be neighbors. Okay, bye-bye. Oh my god, wait, it's a hello. What is this called? Jack and Jill door?
Is that a Jack and Jill door?
Yeah, it is. Right. Yes, we just finished this tour. It was gorgeous. I gotta put this one on the list. For sure. They have a koi pond.
That one was only 583 square feet.
I know, and like you could just see so much of the furniture just fit in so nicely. It's about like knowing your own placement, and I love how they had it set up to see it so you get an idea of what you can do and make it personal to you. Let's jump in there with the fish. They're so cute. I wonder who takes care of them. I mean, someone has to feed them and stuff, right?
Let us.
On to our next one. They didn't have a koi pond, but God, was it gorgeous. The amenities, like as soon as you walk in, like that whole area is just open to everybody. They have a pool table. That is so fun.
And fucking TVs with Xboxes and PlayStations in them.
Yes, just to go have fun. I can't get over those. What were they called? The Monaco. They were gorgeous. I can't get over it.
They said, I hate the placement of the oven. Which one? Because I sat her like 2.
The one that she doesn't like the oven placement of, I don't like that little Jack and Jill roundabout. Like, I feel like that would confuse me for all my life. So we are in Home Depot. I'm looking for some rocks so we can make my gnome garden go all the way around the tree. And I saw them here last summer, so hopefully they're still here. I found them. I found only one. Just kidding, they're up here. Okay, so they're not up there. That's just a wall of bricks that are already stuck together. But the bricks we have are orange, and I want orange ones, but there's only one. I mean, they have white ones, but I don't know if I want to replace the red ones with all these white ones. We didn't find any. We're gonna go check Lowe's next because those ones are just one whole wall. Like, I can't take them apart. We tried. So Lowe's is our next stop. Okay, so I'm home and we didn't end up finding the bricks at Home Depot or Lowe's. So we ended up ordering them. They are all over the floor. Now I need to organize them to go all the way around the gnome garden. So I just washed my face, got all nice and comfy because I'm done for the day. But I did want to talk a little more about what we did. Now, jumping into the gnome garden, my mom thought it would be a good idea to wrap it all the way around the tree. And I was like, oh my God, yes, of course. So one side is bigger than the other, but I don't really care. It's just like an oval shape. So on my next adventure, I do need to go get some dirt and some fake grass to fill that in. And I've got gnomes on the way from Amazon. So that'll be later that I set all that up. I also wanted to give an update on my puppy boy. So because his other appointment was 2 weeks out from the last video that I posted, only 1 week from now, I was just so worried and so anxious about it. I felt like we needed to find a hospital fast. So I went searching, went through some reviews, and I found this one. It was an animal hospital here in town, and the reviews were good. Everyone said they were kind, but on their things it said that they did do soft tissue surgeries. Now, we're honestly not sure if it's even beyond the point of surgery yet, but we took him in and he was doing good. The lady at the front desk, very nice. I think nurse, I don't really know what it's called in vet terms, she was also so kind. And then they wanted to weigh him again. At the emergency animal hospital, they did weigh him, but that was because the scale really low to the ground. It's like basically on the ground. This scale, very high. And I did mention as soon as we got in there that his legs do not work the best. Now, he is an older puppy, so I was thinking maybe, I don't know if it's like just his joints, he's very old, you know, he's hurting, or if it's the cancer, but especially his back legs are just very like shaky. He's not the most stable. So the whole time I said about 10 times, please be careful. His legs are very unstable. Be gentle with him. He doesn't like to be lifted up. It causes him discomfort. Please be gentle. But he comes out from his rabies vaccine with the main doctor, and she is pulling him very hard. We have our other dog's harness on him and a leash. Now I let her know again, please be gentle. His legs are unstable. It makes him uncomfortable. I tell her again as she's dragging him out. And she just has him like by the harness and she's like pushing him towards us going, go with your people. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, I was just like, she seems so angry. And when he wasn't moving because he was uncomfortable and kind of scared, she kind of like took his whole harness and shoved him towards us. Now we snatched the leash back. You know, we were very upset because he kind of growled at her. He was not happy with her, which he's never done. He did not do it at the emergency vet, and he didn't do it when we walked in, and he did not do it when the nurse came and saw him. He didn't even do it when they were trying to get him on the scale. But when she like shoved him towards us, he like fell down right on his butt, and his butt is where his cancer is. And I was like, maybe I'm overreacting, but he just seems so hurt, and it was kind of hard for him to walk after that. But she just says, yeah, there's nothing we could do about that here. You're gonna have to go to a specialist. And I'm like, but it does say that you could do soft tissue surgeries here. And she was like, no, we don't do that. And then I was like, okay, well, is there anything that we can prescribe him? He is on antibiotics from the emergency vet. Is there any pain relievers, anything else we can give him? So she goes, I can prescribe you guys some anti-inflammatory. And we were like, okay, yeah, that would be great. She's like, okay, nice to see y'all. And then just leaves. And I'm just like, she seems so unfriendly. Now, I'm sure like in professions like that, you get kind of frustrated. You see a lot of dogs, you have a lot of cases. But never once did our doctor at the emergency vet ever get frustrated with us when we had Dozer in there early last year for Parvo. He was so hopeful. He was so kind. He always had no doubt that our puppy was going to make it. And when we took Boy in his first time, we did have a muzzle on him. We weren't sure how uncomfortable he was going to be. And it was this doctor at the emergency vet who told us to take it off of him. That if he wasn't an aggressive dog, that if he wasn't going to bite him, that there was no reason to have it on. And he pet him and everything afterwards. And he was like, he's just a sweetie pie. And you can just tell that that man really loves animals. He really loves what he does, and he tries his hardest. Now at this other animal hospital, she just seems so so sour about just being there at all. And the lady, as we're leaving, calls out to us and is like, hey, so if that medication gives him any vomiting or diarrhea, just take him off of it. Now, that is the thing that I'm the most terrified of. He's already losing a lot of nutrients. He's already losing a lot of weight. Why would I want to give him something that could possibly make that worse? So I have actually yet to even give him that medication. I think I'm gonna do a little more research into it, see how common those kind of side effects are before I give it to him. As for now, he's doing good. He's still on the antibiotic. He's still eating, still drinking. And again, when we go to the other vet, hoping for good news. Now, that's the only update I have for now. In this vlog, I was going to put what we're doing this Saturday, going to a state park and seeing their swimming pool fed by a spring. But I just felt like this should have been its own thing, and I can make our trip for next weekend into a vlog for next week. So sorry about that. I did say last time that was supposed to be in this vlog, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and I will see you all again sometime next week. Bye bye.